is to be one amongst untold billions. It's to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim darkness future there is only war. There is no peace among the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods.
Hi, my name is Jon Fjell, and here comes the audiobook Snake Breed, Informers of the Snake. The space was silent, and still huge spacecraft was moving around the space station, unloading goods or resupply was the life in the Imperial Space Station 689. The old, bulky station was ancient and was in orbit in the asteroid belt in the outskirts. Of the system of ADN5. It was a base for the Sector Scarus fleet, but mostly a hub for goods and services for the Imperial forces. The lower part of the station was living quarters for the workers and the poor. Pipes and steel was the reality for hundreds and hundreds of squalling human beings. Murky air and dimming lights. People moving around in the corridors to work and making errands for the living conditions. Carr was standing in the corridor to the hab block, and he was waiting. She was late, and he hoped to talk to her about the working conditions of the loading docks. He and his workers was working to the death by the administration. The 50-hour shifts and the short meal breaks. All of the shipping was to ADM5, and he believed it was because of the fall of Cadia. The eternal war of Scarus Sector was taking all of the work to protect from the enemies of the Imperium of Man. He was not a strong believer in the good Emperor's cause anymore, because of the cruel administration and the Admiral Burdis Novendis. Soldiers moved past him, searching for criminals and heretics. The deep part of the space station was home for gangs and sometimes cultists. He was used to see soldiers because of the shipping to ADM-5 and the huge Imperial cruisers that patrolling the system under the command of Lord Captain Rajier III. He wants peace and to not work as a slave for the administration's goons. He meets her at the local bar over a glass of cheap brew, and she listened to him. She was a captain over a small ship, and a more free spirit, traveling with supplies between the systems, and know a lot about the space between the stars and strange planets. Genuinely intrigued by him, and needed someone to talk to. Here she comes, he smiled and looked at Erikas. Hi, nice to see you. Same, she said with a smile. I have some logs to give you, he said, and gave her the mem-pack. That was fast, she said and smiled. So how is work for you? It's mad with all the military equipment. I think they are building an army on ADM-5 to send forward to near Cadia. I think you are right, she said, and moved closer to him. How many bulk loaders you filled this time? 3. 2 half full and 1 small was filled. It was a lot of heavy lifting, and the hordes of servitors. They all left the station today, I think, he said, and looked at her understanding eyes. So you have to work tomorrow too? Yes, I have some sleeping time after this meeting with you. And then back to work. You have it hard. Hope that it will be better. Hope you have some plans for yourself in the future. He thinked in his tired brain of his. He was void-born from a rude trader ship, but he had always worked with loading of ships and had not even thought about it. Yes, he said, and felt happy. I need to be going. Need some papers, work done, to the new ship. May the Emperor bless you, he said, and she started to go. Bless you, she replied, as she left him behind. Her steps taking her past the hub block and into the tunnels, passing a tech priest working and servitors working. The station was filled with life and buzzing with a moving army of workers. She moved with fast steps and turned into a service tunnel that was used to nothing. She wanted her new ship, but she didn't need the administration for that. More powerful friends than the ordinary channels, and she was honored to work with them. The Emperor's Angels of Death, giving her special permit to travel with her crew, and the Inquisitor was a strong force to have in the Dark Galaxy. The Inquisitor was standing in the room with his eagle. She felt his presence as she entered the room, and he did not even raise his gaze. "Do you have the logs?" His voice, steady and calm. "Yes, Inquisitor Creed," she said, and bowed as giving him the mempack. "Thank you. You are deserving a bigger ship and more credits for the work in the Inquisition." Huge shadows moved from the pipes around the room, and the angels appeared with a strange camouflage. "Your contact is a good man." "Yes," she said, and stood by the side of the gigantic warrior. "Tell him that he can join you within 2 days." "Thank you, Inquisitor." She was really happy for the good news. "Now, leave us, Ericas." The Inquisitor's word was an order, but not a hard one. She fast left the room, and the Inquisitor was fast memorizing the information of the mempack. "Alfarius, we have the information of the station and ADM-5, the champion said. "Share it with me, brother." The Imperial fleet left the station to patrol ADM-5 because of the threat of Dark Eldar raiders. ADM-5 have a new recruited army with both armor and 5 regiments of troops. The defenses of this base are strong to repelling ships, but only defense forces. The Imperial presence is aimed at Cadia and the system near it, so they will not have time to react to us. ADM-5 is a civil planet and have good resources for us. Alfarius replied with a smile as his familiar landed on his arm. "But this station is the first step," the champion replied. "We wait for the official Marines to arrive, and then we boost the morale with a meeting and celebration. Help the workers and ship crews with training and weapons," he says, as he forming the plan in his head. "We inform the contacts on ADM-5 also." "Yes. And I send a message to the Queen and the fleet. For the Emperor." "For the Emperor," the champion and his brothers replied in unison. Alfarius Creed was alone in the room again. The humming of engines and the fans was the sound of the ancient station around him. Hi, this is Jon Fjell or Svarta Berget Art. Hope you like the audiobook. Now I need you to give it a like, subscribe, share me around the internet. Help me get big on this platform. I will really like it. Bye.